Hello friends, so today we will speak about Baba Gorakshanath ji. About Baba Gorakshanath ji, I think many people don't know, but many people know. And those who know, those who are true seekers, they know about him. Those who have like really dig into the tradition of yoga rather than a modern yoga teachers. Because his practices, his yoga goes beyond the like modern yoga. Of course, there are a lot of contribution that we have also in the modern yoga to Baba Gorakshanath ji. But Gorakshanath ji is known as, I will say, the revolution of the yoga in the entire history, I will say. Not just in the yoga, but in the alchemy, the entire spiritual alchemy, the entire mystical alchemy of the earth has started from him. When he opened this secret for the entire humanity. It is true that his teachings is beyond any religion, any race, or any caste. And that's why Baba Gorakshnath ji it touches every true authentic spiritual practitioner very much into their directly into their heart. And he opens up you from the very deep inside from the heart. His teachings are very straightforward. And that's why the Baba Gorakshnath ji become very important for all the practitioners, those who are seeking a true authentic practice to know themselves. Gorakshnath ji was not a philosopher. He's more focusing on the practice rather than speaking. He does not believe in he used to say that Baba Gorakshnath ji don't become like a priest or any kind of priest. It could be a Christian priest or Muslim priest or Hindu priest. Don't become a priest. Just repeating like a parrot, parroting like a scripture does not make you any wisdom. But wisdom is something that you have to practice it. You don't by birth, nobody become a great sage by the knowledge, by memorizing all the Vedas or all the Upanishads or memorizing the Quran and memorizing the Bible. It does not make you any wisdom, but you have to practice them and truly understand the meaning of it rather than just memorizing the words. We have to go beyond the words and really understand that what their great master want to convey us. What is the true teaching of them? Because we can see it how people in the name of religion are fighting around the world and they are saying that their teaching is only best or the Quran is the only best or the Bible is the only best. And this is what we don't able to understand it. Why? Because somewhere we are not able to understand this great master teaching. Especially I see the Jesus teaching has very much misunderstood. And this is Baba Gorakshnath ji here become very much important because he does not want you to just become the parrot, but he wants you to be practical, to experiencing more, like very direct experiencing rather than just memorizing the word and discussing the philosophy and become a good philosopher because you know how to twist the word very smartly. You can be a very much good by using a very good words like almost like a poet, but does not mean anything you practice in your life. And this is what Baba Gorakshnath ji wants to tell us. And this is what we can see in the modern yoga practitioners. This is what we are losing, the true values of the yoga, the true morals of the yoga. We are losing from the teachers, from the practitioners. And again, if you want to make the world a peaceful place, again we have to remember the Baba Gorakshnath ji and his teachings. And this is what actually uh, our entire Shrima mission is, to bring the authentic yoga to the world, to serve it much more straightforward, not making it, giving you kind of khichdi, like giving you this, but at the end of the day, you don't get any benefit from it. But we really want you to get benefit and become the master of yourself. We don't want to make you a disciple, we want to make you a guru, the guru of yourself. And this is what the mission of the Baba Gorakshnath ji is. He don't want to make you servant, he want to make you a master. master of yourself, the master of your emotions, the master of your body, the master of your mind. And that's why the Goraknathji gave the like a tremendous level of the not just the I will say that not just his philosophy is very advanced, but also I will say that his practice is more advanced. He speaks very little, but his teachings are like in one cup you can get one ocean. The teaching of one ocean can be get in just in one cup of the Baba Goraknathji. This is why the Goraknathji become much more special for the authentic and true practitioners. Baba Goraknathji teaching is very radical. It gives you radical level of transformation, and it's very direct. It's directly touched to your heart. It's directly touched to your ego, and it breaks you. You might look a person one who is a Goraknathji practitioner maybe could look like a little bit egoistic because he's putting he's disciplined himself. He's much more dynamic within himself. He's much more radical within himself or herself. But the Goraknathji teaching is very open, very loving, very kind. He does not want you to escape from the world, which has been lots of people they have misunderstood. Baba Goraknathji wants you to escape from the world, but the Goraknathji wants you to enjoy the world, but become the alchemist, become the mysticism by living wherever you are, become the solid of yourself. So Baba Goraknathji actually purify, I will say, the purify the tantric and the yogic practices and make it in a such a way that more and more human being can get benefit out of it. Because when the Baba Goraknathji came into existence, what happened? There are lots of misleading was going on in the name of tantra, in the name of yoga, and I will say, of course, there are lots of good things was also going on, but there are few things which only also he did it because he saw it that it was only this practitioners were only among the renunciants like more sannyasis, but not having these practitioners with the ordinary people. So he made it such a way that it became much more accessible for the humanity. And it this his teachings jumped beyond any gender, race, color, caste, or any form of religion. He used to say that every religion is incomplete until unless it is not helping you to turn inside. And if it's making your ego somewhere big, that I am only best or my religion is only best, if you're too much identify yourself with the words or with just with the one book, you know then you have not understood the true essence of the teachings of those masters. As we can see that in the name of Jesus or in the name of Muhammad, how people they are fighting because somewhere we don't understand his true teaching. Because how can be any great master can give mislead our human beings? And this is what Baba Goraknathji want to say is his teachings were very much applicable. Even he taught many Muslims also. He taught yoga. Like one of the very famous disciple, his disciple was Ismail Yogi, one who became very famous in Kamakya region. He was very good tantric practitioner. He taught many Christian alchemists also, or Christian mysticism practitioners also, those who known as fakir. So that's why in the Goraknathji tradition we say Hindu ka guru, which means I am the guru of the Hindu. Musalmano ka peer, I am the peer of the Muslim. And Adam Baba Adam, which means Baba Adam, the fakir of the Baba Adam. Hindu ka guru, Muslim ka peer, or Baba Adam ka fakir, which means I am a Nath, I am a yogi. So yogis were very much open-minded people, those who did not believe in any external form of the. But of course, they did help in the society to make people understand the true nature of any religion without making it biased. But he really made it radical change. And now I think forever, I think now is again time to realize the human being, his great teachings. And where we can see right now how the yoga, tantra, and all different religions, how they were misused as a weapon to radicalize people, to misuse this beautiful supreme human body, this supreme mind is used to radicalize. And this is the great time for again to remind all of us to remind the Baba Goraknath teachings and serve it more in a, I will say that, in a real form. And we want more and more people to come again his land, which is now, because we can see in only India and Nepal it exists, and we have more and more people should come and learn his teachings. He does not want you to serve you any kind of sweets, but he want to tell you very straightforward. And his teaching is still alive among great masters, among lot of householders in India and Nepal. And this is very important for all over the world. It became duty for all of us to serve, I will say, to preserve the teachings of the authentic teachings of the yoga, authentic teachings of the great sages. Because the great sages or Goraknathji teaching, or this teachings of the Jesus, it does not belong to any religion or any race. We should not bind them to the Bible or to the Christianity. His teachings are much more very, very open for every people. And we must not make it personalize his teachings, but make it more universal and use it more radical in a good form of, to realize other being. And in India and Nepal, it is very much still alive, and we must preserve here because it's our place. As I again and again I say it, that saints don't belong to any religion or any race. We all have to come. This is the India and Nepal is the last hope of the humanity. We have to come here, preserve it, and serve it again, so the human being again we can become a human. We don't become machines. We don't divide ourselves, because yoga itself means the union. Union means we are not divided. Yoga is not divided. Goraknathji used to say that yoga is not divided. The yoga is a union, and we all have to unite. If anything, any kind of any form of the religion is dividing you, which means you understand that that is not a religion. Any religion it could be, any religion. It could be Hinduism, or it can be Sikhism, it can be Muslims, or it can be Christianity. If any of the people they are trying to divide you, which means they have not really understood the teachings of the great sages. They are completely misleading it. And this is what the great master, if we really look through our own eyes, not because some scholar is telling you, you have to direct experience it, and then you can say, ah, these people are scholars but not a practitioners. Because the scholar will always try to divide people, because he's just a philosopher. He always want to convey himself he's the best among other people, because he's the ego of his knowledge, ego of his memories, what he has memorized from the different sources of the books, maybe through his intellect, but not experience. But when we common people like us, when we will experience it, then we will know the scholar is telling is not right. Because teachings of the great sages is to unite us, and union means the yoga. Yoga is not something just a form, just a, like some breathing practices, or do some time of just eyes closed and do some type of postures. Yoga is something beyond it. Of course these techniques are there to help you to realize the union, but that is not a yoga. These techniques are just a step to make you to help, which helps you in this evolution, to make you realize this. Because after sitting quiet for certain type of meditation you do, or certain mantra chanting you do, or certain form of any religious practice you do, or any kind of breathing exercise, or any kind of physical postures you do, the ultimate purpose is to realize you that you are one, you are whole, you are complete, you know to realize you that how you are not, this body is a kingdom of the God. And this is what, it's a great time for all of us to come together and realize the yoga. And this is what the Shrima mission is here. The purpose of the Shrima is to unite again, to make people unite and realize the teaching of Baba Goraknathji, and realize the teaching of all the great masters. This is what our mission is. Because we can see it how Around the world is happening war in the name of religion, in the name of race, and all those things. And because of the misunderstanding, because how any true spiritual practitioner or true spiritual master can say us to hate other person, because a realized person must have so much love, a radical love in their heart, how they can kill somebody and tell you who is like these people are wrong and I am only best. So here it's very important, friends, to come together and realize the yoga and preserve this science, because if we lost this technology in thousands of the not year but the millions of years after that also, we will not be able to recover the legacy of these great masters. We are here, the Srima is putting his little effort, we are putting our little effort through the Srima to preserve the ancient tantric and the yogic practices, so that we can again bring a little revolution, a little spark to you, to myself, and around us. With a little effort, we can make a big transformation around the world. With the little things, we don't need, even the Buddha could not transform the entire world, but at least as much as we can do by being in this life, as much as we can do, we must do our little effort. And with this little effort, we can make a big change. And I promise you, if we come together, we can make a big change. Not just by complaining about it, but we can do a little effort. If anybody want to join us or any person have any kind of questions, we are always here, friends, to help you anyways. We are here for you as a seeker, as a practitioners, to come together, join our hand, and let's unite the world through you, through me, and through us. Go beyond the religion. Discover yourself. Question yourself. Don't just surrender. Surrendering is good, but this is one is called blind faith and one is called faith. So it's very important. There's a wonderful saying the Osho used to say, don't believe but to know. Don't believe anything but to know. And this is what Baba Goraknath ji want to convey us, that don't believe anything but to know by your through direct experiencing. Don't satisfy yourself with just with the menu, but eat the meal, because menu is not a meal, is it? The scholars can give you wonderful menu, they can talk a wonderful thing to you, but does not mean anything is going to happen to you. You have to like really, by like H2O does not satisfy your, by water saying nothing will happen. You have to drink water, to thrust, to go the thrust out. Same thing, like by saying a fire, 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 nothing will happen. But if you put a little fire on your tongue, what will happen? It will burn. So truth is like that. By saying a truth is a different thing, but when the truth you really follow is starting the following truth, the truth is very dynamic. It will burn the entire ego of yourself. And this is what here we want to accomplish by the teachings of Baba Goraknathji, and not just Baba Goraknathji, but I believe that almost not every great master they want to say us the same thing. But Baba Goraknathji is much more straightforward than any great masters ever alive on the human race ever. His teachings are much more, I will say, further and much more straightforward, much more direct than any great masters. And that's why Baba Goraknathji is here to unite us. These five fingers should not be five. Maybe we have a different size, but we should not discriminate. We should come together and remove the negativity from around the world and make again the world a peaceful place. Maybe not for us, for the next generation, for our brothers, for our sisters, for our nephews, for our cousins, for the people around you. If not people, for the animals, for the nature. So it's our duty, friends, is our responsibility again to preserve, and this This great science of these great masters is the only hope for us to again realize these ancient technologies, to again, I will say that, to have this radical transformation. Again, we are going more to the descendant. Our consciousness is going toward the descendant level. Again, we have to go to the ascendant level, and we can realize that, oh, when the Jesus said the God, this body is a kingdom of the God, he was right. Then he will realize it, because we have forgotten. Our consciousness has gone descendant. If we go ascendant way, we will realize that aham brahmasmi, I'm the God. You will not say the God is there on the sky. you know you will say that I am the God and you are the God and everything around is God. And this is what all the great master, I think, want to convey us. So thank you, friends. If you have any question, please write me down. I'm here to serve you. I'm a servant of the great masters, and I'm here to serve you whatever I know. And I'm just seeker like you and like everyone around us. We all are seeking the same thing, but I think we have somewhere we have misunderstood. We have forgotten something, and I think we can again realize it once we will understand, and we will come together in this research. We will start questioning, not just becoming the scholar, but by the practice. Thank you.